Hello everyone, Ryan here. So my novel, Aperture, was recently reviewed by fellow booktuber Mindy from Mindy's Book Journey. And thanks, Mindy. You rock, you're awesome. Thanks for reading it. Even though I know it may have taken you a while, but yeah, that's cool. Thanks for reviewing it. Of course, you are the first ever person to review it. I think you might be, in fact, be the first to read it as well. I don't know. That's because, I mean, as far as my novel Aperture goes, I mean, I mostly wanted to say thanks to Mindy for reviewing it, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about it because I don't think I've ever really talked about it too much on my channel. If I have, I really don't remember doing it. I know for a fact that I never, talked about it in any kind of separate video or anything. So, anyways, Aperture, in fact, was pretty much the first full-length novel that I've ever written. And I started out, I wrote the first draft of it when I participated in NaNoWriMo one year. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it stands for National Novel Writing Month. Once a year in November, there's this site called NaNoWriMo. I think it's nanorimo.org or .com. But I participated in it, I want to say it was back in 2011 or maybe 2010. And that was the first time that, all you do is, you sign up and, you do these word sprints and all that, and just in an effort to just try to type, I want to say 50,000 words. Yeah, I believe that. Because supposedly a full-length novel consists of 50,000 words or something like that. So yeah, just for 1 month, for 30 days, you're just supposed to write as much as you can. And at the end of the month, if you end up writing or typing 50,000 words, then you pretty much win. You complete the challenge, and there really isn't any grand prize except, the grand prize is just the fact that you've written a full-length novel. And so, yeah, I think it was like the second time that I participated in NaNoWriMo, because the first time I did it, but I wasn't really devoted to it. So the second year I did it, and that's when I completed the rough draft for Aperture. And then after that, I think I took a break from it. I remember I got tired of it. after spending every day for 30 days typing on my laptop. And also I wrote some of it on paper too. There was a lot of stuff that I ended up cutting out, that I ended up editing out. I don't know, just mostly because I guess I felt like it didn't really add anything extra to the novel, to the story. But anyway, so yeah, after typing, pretty much almost religiously every day for 30 days, and also nights too, there was maybe 2.5 weeks where, I ended up staying up really late, well past 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and a couple times past 4 a.m. And it was just because, sometimes I'll do these writing sprints, and I just, I couldn't stop because I felt that's how I am sometimes, especially when it comes to writing. And whether it's a short story or or a poem or just some kind of idea of some kind. Sometimes like I get into the zone, so, and it's hard for me to stop. So, I mean, that's what I did while typing, the rough draft for Aperture. And yeah, so, after that, I mean, I'm sure you can imagine that after that, typing every day and most nights for 30 days. And, I got tired of it a little bit. So yeah, and then I set it aside, and then, I don't know what I did after that. It was just, I did other stuff, moved on to like other art projects, other music projects. And then after, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 months passed, I came back to it and finally started editing some of the first draft, the rough draft of Aperture, and then I sent copies of the manuscript. Like once I was convinced that I was satisfied with the final draft, and I sent copies of it, the manuscript, to, I want to say, 2 or 3 publishers, not big name publishers, because I mean, if you want to the thing I don't like about it with traditional publishers, I'm sure a lot of other fellow writers, authors feel the same. Like they want you to be represented by some kind of agent, literary agent, or I don't know, otherwise, or and but that stuff costs money, and so lots of money that's something I do not have. Then I eventually got frustrated with the fact that I wasn't getting any response from any of the publishers that I sent copies to, and they weren't even big name publishers. It was like small independent publishers, and then there was like a couple of these like vanity presses that contacted me, and they were willing to publish Aperture, but they wanted me to pay like $1,500 up front just to publish it, because supposedly they were also going to include some kind of marketing campaign or something. But even then, like if I wanted to have it promoted, just in other words, they wanted a buttload of money in it. Which again is something I didn't have. So then I finally decided to just self-publish it. So I self-published it through Lulu.com, and I tried to do it through CreateSpace. Amazon, they have their own self-publishing platform called CreateSpace. But I don't know, it was weird because with when I formatted the whole thing, Amazon, like through CreateSpace, like they wanted me to like format it to their exact standards, and I don't know, just I decided to go with Lulu.com because they're much more open to different kinds of formatting, and so that's the behind the scenes story of how I wrote and then self-published Aperture. Which, by the way, if you want to read it, you can download it for free on smashwords.com. I'll provide that link. I'll also provide the link to Mindy's review of Aperture as well. I mean, obviously. I'll also provide a link to where you can purchase a paperback copy of it if you want. It's totally up to you, but I've had it available for free download for pretty much ever since I self-published it. And supposedly it's been downloaded like over 300 times or something. So, yeah, I don't know who these 300 people are. But, yeah, you know, and of course, you know, I don't even know if those 300 people have even read it. You know, the only thing I know is that Mindy is the first to read and review it. So, which, yeah, you know, obviously, you know, again, thanks again, Mindy. But yeah, you know, and also too, like way back, which I want to talk about in another separate thing. Also, another fellow booktube, Todd The Librarian, he reviewed another novel of mine called Awareness, but that one is much more experimental. But he did a pretty good review of it too. So I guess I'll provide a link where you can check out his review of that too. But yeah, just, you know, I'm really glad that Mindy reviewed it. I'm glad that she liked it. You know, it actually encourages me to work on a couple other novel ideas that I've been messing around with, but haven't really been like devoting a lot of time to lately. And but definitely makes me, you know, it encourages me to, if nothing else, just sit down and yeah, just see what I can come up with. And yeah, that's it's just, you know, I like doing it. It's something that I enjoy doing. And even if, you know, I don't get rich off it, I mean, I don't even really like see myself getting rich off of my original books or anything. Or I mean, hey, but obviously, no, it's, if that happens, cool. But it's ultimately, like, I just want to share with people the stuff that I write. And, you know, I feel like that's all any writer, author, you know, that really wants. That's all, you know. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know, even if I end up just making, you know, everything I write, just all of it available for free, you know, I don't care. It's just, you know, I just want people to read them. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, that's all I want to talk about. Again, I'll write a link to where you can download my novel Aperture for free. I'll provide the link to also where you can purchase it in paperback if you want to. Also the link to Mindy's review. Definitely check out her review. So, yeah. And then, like, that other link to Todd's review of my other novel, much more experimental novel, Awareness. And so, there. So that's it. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for listening. And as always, next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.